This is Bo Sanchez here in Success Weekly, and I am with my friend Mavs Angeles. Who is Mavs Angeles once upon a time?
I was a former
This is Bo Sanchez here in Success Weekly, and I am with my friend Mavs Angeles. Who is Mavs Angeles once upon a time?
I was a former NPA. No permanent address.
Okay, so not a communist, no permanent address.
Initially, we were living the slum, and then we transferred houses one after another in the past 20 years. During elementary days, that we have to transfer again another house. That's the time that I told my nanay, let's not move out the clothes. Anyway, we have to transfer again. Then I told myself I will not marry until we buy our own house. I told myself I want to have a better life. I didn't know that God planted dreams in my heart. I studied and worked. I have my marketing job, online marketing job on weekdays. And on weekends, I work as a real estate agent. So sabi ko, nung nagkaroon na kami ng konting pera na pang down, makakalipat na kami, let's go! The first night that we slept, I told myself, sarap pala magkaroon ng sariling kwarto, ng sariling bahay. We can achieve the biggest dream of our family. I want to be in the real estate business. Gusto ko lang maging broker eh. So then, naging licensed broker ako. That's the time that we were able to have that house and meet Sir Larry.
Larry Gamboa, yes. The author of Think Rich Pinoy.
Yeah, I read that book. I learned a lot. And then I was open to the idea that real estate is not only being an agent or a broker.
Yes.
Meron ka pa palang pwedeng ibang gawin. Pwede pa pala akong mangarap ng mas malaki pa. Na-realize ko nga, no, ang galing-galing ng Diyos. Kasi nung karoon ng bahay, tapos I was already a licensed broker that time. That's the time I got married. My mother-in-law died. We were left with properties. During those times, ayoko sana munang makialam sa property nila. Because at that time, I was afraid of what other people would say. I would take over the property, something like that. I wanted to help my husband.
Yes.
Actually, my husband and my brother-in-law is not into real estate. They don't know anything about it.
You built structures there.
I built townhouses and
Wow.
sold.
And so when she passed away, you had to take care of the estate tax, inheritance tax.
And debts,
Debts.
medical bills.
Oh, gosh.
The Central Maven's Corporation, the one that I am partnered with Sir Randy Manaloto, Janica Masilang, and Dr. Ruth. We call ourselves Central Mavens because we're center of experts. We have different expertise, so we call ourselves Central Mavens, your trusted passive income builder. Alam mo, nakakatuwa, sobrang sarap ng feeling when these people, they go to your monthly meeting and then they expand themselves. Actually, one of the investors already now has 5 another property with income. Sometimes, yung mga friends ko from before, tawag na sila, Mabs, I will buy this property.
Wow.
Can you broker this for me? Wow, after 5 years kami hindi nagkita.
Yeah.
They just, go to me, call me, ganyan.
You've got to go out and be there. Circulate. Such an awesome time being with you.
Thank you.
Thank you for blessing us.
Hello? Ayan. Okay. Welcome to my Real Estate Maven online channel, where life, real estate, and economics made simple. Ayan. So, live na tayo, no? So, yeah. So, we're now in our episode 17. Fake land title, paano nga ba malalaman? No? For that, I hope that you can share this session this afternoon sa tingin nyo, sa mga taong tingin nyo makakatulong ng topic natin today. And again, I hope that this channel can be of help to you become the real estate maven of your family. No? We are promoting or the one who is in charge of your family's real estate. No? We are promoting that families should use the properties to unite and not to divide. Because we believe that together as a family, we can make things happen. Ayan. So please do like and subscribe my channel, My Real Estate Maven, in YouTube and like in Facebook. Ayan. Please do share. And if you have questions, no, please do comment in the um, comment section below. If you have questions, so we'll try our best to answer that after the sharing this afternoon. Okay? So yan, our topic today is fake land title. Paano nga ba malalaman? This is the time, no, na maraming mag-offer ng for sale because we are also promoting that you, as an investor, you buy properties dun sa mga talagang nangangailangan na those who are really in need na ibenta na nila, malapit nang ma-foreclose or na kailangan nila, especially this time of pandemic. So we would like to promote that if you're an investor naman and there's an investable money for you and you're looking for great opportunities in real estate this time of crisis, diba? We are promoting that you buy to these property owners. No? But of course, before you buy that, to kailangan alam natin yung ID ng property, no? Ano yung ID ng property, which is the land title, no? We know how to at least identify the basics, no? For us to become prudent in doing our real estate investing. And today, our speaker and sharer, no? So, binigyan niya tayo ng oras and we're so thankful for him na binigyan niya tayo ng oras to be with us. No? And he's really, he was a former professor and lecturer at San Sebastian College, Recoletos, Manila. And now he found his calling and founded Dominium Land Condominium Title Service. No? It's a corporation that helps you and gives you solution to your transferring of titles and other real estate needs. No? Yeah. He also previously devoted his time in serving in public service, no, at the City Attorney of Quezon City. Ayan. So he is really in this type of transaction, no, in the documentation in real estate. So he is really your go-to guide, no, when it comes to documentation of properties, no? Documentation, ayan. So I'm sure marami kayong matututunan sa kanya this afternoon. Ayan. Okay. Without further ado, ayan, tawagin na natin on screen, Attorney Farley Sabillo. Yan. Hi, Attorney. Ay, wala ka pa po on screen.
Wala ka ba?
Ayan. Ayan. Thank
Hi,
you.
good afternoon, Mavs.
Ayan. Thank you for joining us this afternoon and good morning and good evening to our other viewers. Meron tayong mga nanonood from abroad. Ayan. So thank you for joining us this afternoon. So just a quick attorney. So although I mentioned what you've been doing and ayan, maybe you want to introduce again your self kung anong meron kay Attorney Farley today.
Well, good afternoon, Mavs. No? I'd like to thank you for giving me this opportunity to share yung knowledge and experience that I have pagdating sa real estate. And thank you for inviting me in your program, Real Estate Maven. I hope through this program, we will be able to share some basic knowledge and tips on how to detect fake titles kasi very rampant yan. As city attorney, marami kaming kaso kasi we are being copy furnished by the courts in Quezon City of all cases involving real estate. So halos everyday talagang maraming kaso tungkol sa mga fake titles and everything about real estate. So, yun. Yung
Talaga,
mga
attorney, every day
Oo.
your
Yes,
time
may
sa ano,
may may
talagang
may may
nagulat ako na
pumapasok.
every day
Yeah. Totoo. Sa dami ng kaso. Maraming kaso ng mga fraudulent transactions involving real estate. But not all naman kasi involved si Quezon City. So the court just informed us na may mga kasong ganito, baka may interest si Quezon City. So dinedetermine lang namin ano yung merong interest si Quezon City government, and if wala naman, we don't participate sa mga hearings, more on mga private matters yun, between private citizens. So yun.
Sige, sige.
So,
So ngayon,
uh,
we'll be sharing with them in the next 30-40 minutes, we'll be sharing with
yeah.
them the basic, no, paano natin maiiwasan yung receiving fake titles, especially yung mga
Yes.
transactions na hindi talaga dumadaan sa mga lawyers katulad mo, or hindi dumadaan sa mga professionals who handles the documentation, di ba? Yung sila-sila
Yes.
lang, that they do it on their own, di ba? So it's very important that we get to ask experts when it comes to documentation of real estate. Ayan, so I think
Okay.
attorney, we can start na po. I'll share your your
Okay.
screen. Let me just share. Ako ba mag-share?
So we start.
Yan, we can start.
Okay. So, well, presently I am the founder and the president of a private company, a Dominium Land Title Service. Uh, we offer services to real estate investors, brokers, and owners of real estate properties in handling their land title concerns. So I founded this corporation really to help private individuals in transferring land titles. And isa nga doon sa services that we offer is yung providing due diligence before a prospective buyer buy a certain property. So it is important that they conduct due diligence on the property, kasi hindi naman basta-basta lang yung pera na papakawalan nyo. If you're going to buy property, it will cost you millions. So it's better that you either you do your own due diligence, which I will share to you later on, or you let professionals handle your due diligence requirement, just in case na you're not comfortable of doing this, especially now na it's pandemic, you don't want to go to government offices, 'di ba? So there are land title companies, hindi lang yung Dominium, that you can go to for your own so you will be safe in your transactions. So let's go na to the lecture proper, yung land title basic, yung second slide please. Mabs. Okay. So siguro we can proceed with the third slide with the definition of certificate of title. Okay. So first, it's very important to know what is a certificate of title. No, certificate of title refers to an instrument issued by the Register of Deeds of the place where the property is located, declaring the owner in fee simple or absolutely or the whole thing of a certain real property described therein free from all liens and encumbrances except those that may be expressly reserved or noted therein. So, what do we mean by that? Bakit ba tayo merong certificate of title? No? So, we have this certificate of title as a consequence of our registration system of property. So, here in our jurisdiction in the Philippines, we have this torrents system of registration. So, kaya when you own a property or when you're going to buy property, you're going to have this certificate of title issued to you by the Register of Deeds, wherein it declares in that certificate that whoever is registered in that certificate of title is the owner thereof of the whole or absolutely of that property. Now, before we proceed about dun sa mga fake title, it's important na uh, we discuss basic principles about this torrent system of registration. No? So, as we said, this is a system of registration that we're using here in our country. Uh, One of the basic principles that are being taught in law school sa mga law student is that yung registration itself, it does not confer ownership. It does not vest ownership of a property. So, hindi yung act of registration ang nagbibigay sa iyo ng ownership over the property. That's a very basic principle in law. No? So, anong silbi ngayon ng registration or yung issuance ng certificate of title if it does not vest or it does not confer ownership? Well, although it does not vest or it does not confer ownership, it serves as evidence of ownership of a particular property. Yan yung best evidence na pwedeng meron ka to prove to everybody that you own the property or a certain property, 'di ba? Considering that you are the registered owner of that property. So, that's very basic. So, kung hindi registration ang nagbe-vest or nagko-confer ng ownership sa isang tao over the property, then ano yung nagko-confer ng ownership sa or nagve-vest, nagko-confer ng ownership ng property? Well, we have different modes of acquiring ownership. Yung mga occupation, succession, prescription, incidents of contracts, but of course, hindi na natin di-discuss lahat yan dahil pang law school na yung mga bagay na yon. So, we will limit our topic kung ano yung mga common na way of acquiring ownership. Diba? So, more often, we use yung as an instrument yung deed of sale to transfer ownership from one person to another. Now, sa sale, um, sa sale transaction, merong isang napaka-importanting bagay bukod sa pagbabayaran ng purchase price. Ano yung isang pinaka-importanting bagay sa sale? Yung delivery ng bagay na subject ng sale. Kahit personal yan, personal property or movable property or yung real property, 'di ba? So importante na merong delivery. Bakit? Yung delivery, yun ang nagve-vest ng yun yung particular act that operative act na nagtra-transfer ng ownership or title from one person or the other. So pag may binayaran ka at binigay na sa iyo yung binayaran mo, that act of delivery of that thing, subject of sale, confers ownership to you as between you and the person that you're, as between the buyer and the seller. Okay? I hope you can still uh, cope up with the topic, no? So, importante yung delivery, no? So, delivery produces natural effects in law. The principal and the most important of which being the conveyance of ownership, di ba? So sa lupa, sa real estate, there is one case wherein sinabi ng Supreme Court na yung execution of public instrument operate as a formal or symbolic delivery of the property sold and authorize the buyer to use the document as proof of ownership. Ano ibig sabihin nun? So, kasi kung personal property, alam ba, bumili ka ng kotse, dineliver sa yung kotse, sa na yung kotse as between you and the seller. Yung lupa, mahirap i-deliver yun. Paano i-deliver yung lupa, no? So, ang delivery, pagdating sa lupa, isang mode, isang way of delivering yung lupa is through execution of public instrument. That's why when you execute deed of sale, you notarize the document. You make it a public document. Now, once it is in a public document na, then that serves as delivery. Then it confers ownership. Diba? The title now pass upon the buyer from the seller. Ngayon, yun naman pala, na-vest na yung title, yung ownership. Bakit kailangan pa ng registration? Well, that transfer of title or ownership is valid only between you to that deed of sale. But if you want to bind all the people or the whole world to your agreement, you register your title to that instrument. So yun yung importance, yun yung purpose why you register yung title mo, yung transfer of title. Because once you register it, it's a notice to everybody, everyone, that you're already the owner of the property that you bought. Diba? So anyone who would like to claim ownership of that particular property that you bought will be notified through that registration. Diba? So, yun yung importance ng registration of title. Kaya, ang Register of Deeds nag-i-issue ng Certificate of Title which we defined earlier, diba, as an instrument issued by Register of Deeds of the place where the property is located, declaring that the owner in fee simple of certain real property described herein, free from all rents and encumbrances, except those that are noted or reserved therein. So, yon ang certificate of title. So, there are different kinds of certificate of title. Next slides po, ma'am. So, maraming klase ng certificate of title, but we will limit them to this basic titles that we encounter from time to time. So we have this original certificate of title, transfer certificate of title, condominium certificate of title. So, well, of course, yung condominium certificate of title, it refers to condominiums na of course, you're siguro naman everyone knows what a condominium is. So, ang question, may original certificate of title. Ano yung transfer certificate of title? What's the difference between the two? So, next slide, ma'am. Yung original certificate of title is a title issued for the first time after the land has been adjudicated and decreed in the name of its owner in original or initial registration proceedings by the Register of Deeds where the land is located or lies pursuant to the decree of registration. So ano po yung original certificate of title? Yung original certificate of title po uh, for a while. Yung original certificate of title, uh, ito po yung titulo na ini-issue ng Register of Deeds. Kung yung lupa, nangyayari to especially sa mga province wherein hindi pa nakarehistro yung mga lupa, yung mga tax deck pa lang, yung totally walang titulo yung lupa. Pag first time mong dinala sa torrent system of registration yung lupa na pagmamay-ari mo, at grinant sa'yo ng gobyerno, ang i-issue po sa'yo ng Register of Deeds is original certificate of title. So, sa isang property, isang beses lang po ini-issue yan ng Register of Deeds. Yung titulo na yan. Yan yung pinaka-original. Yung first time na dinala yung property or pinarehistro sa torrent system, ang i-issue po ng RD is a original certificate of title, which is, ayan po, yung example, no? So, yung original certificate of title for how many years, pag halimbawa sabihin ng owner, binenta yung property, subsequently, yung mga subsequent transfer of title after the original certificate of title, yun na po yung transfer certificate of title. Next slides po. Next slides, ma'am. Okay, yan po yung transfer certificate of title. The title issued after the cancellation of the original certificate of title. So kung first time inintroduce sa torrent system yung titulo, kumbaga initially wala talagang title yung property, dumaan sa proceedings, judicial or administrative proceedings at sinabi ng government, grinant yung title sa isang tao na okay, ikaw ang may-ari niyan and i-register mo na yan, ang i-issue doon is OCT. Now, yung tao na yun, if subsequently decided to sell the property, once na transfer na yun, hindi na po original certificate of title ang i-issue doon ng Register of Deeds, kundi transfer certificate of title. So ngayon po, bihira na yung mga OCT. More often, yung subject ng mga transaction is transfer certificate of title na. I have two examples of transfer certificate of title. Yung kulay red po, yan po yung luma old na transfer certificate of title. Yung mga bagong ini-issue na po na transfer certificate of title, itong kulay blue. If you can see, meron na pong barcode yan sa gilid at the lower portion. So, yan po. But both are valid, di ba? Depende. Kung kaka-transfer lang nung title nyo na hawak, more likely yung kulay blue po ang itsura nun. Ngayon, kung hindi pa, matagal nang walang transaction dun sa property na yun, yung transfer certificate of title na hawak nyo, more likely, yung sa kulay red. Diba? So, yun po ang difference between a transfer certificate of title and original certificate of title. Then, as I said, yung pangatlong klase is yung condominium certificate of title. Well, this example, I have ano lang to, certified true copy, not yung owner's duplicate copy talaga ng condominium certificate of title. But ito po ang tsura niyan, yung condominium certificate of title. Now, importante pong malaman natin yung mga difference, yung mga pagkakaiba niya, mga certificate of title na yan, no? Siyempre, kung bibili ka ng condominium, kunin mo tingnan mo yung condominium certificate of title, di ba? Kung lupa naman, yung transfer certificate of title or original certificate of title. Ngayon, ano ang importance? Next slide, ma'am. Ano yung importance or value of this certificate of title? No? So, The certificate of title serve as evidence of an indivisible title to the property in favor of a person whose name appears therein. So, as we said earlier, it served as notice to everyone, to the whole world, that you're the owner of a certain property if you're the registered owner of that property. No, so it it is the best evidence to prove that you are the owner of the property. Kaya po marami po ang namemeke niyang certificate of title na yan. Kasi yan na yung best proof na meron ka para to show to everyone that you're really the owner of a property. So, sa isang case pa na decided by the Supreme Court, sabi ng Supreme Court, as against an array of proofs consisting of tax declarations and tax receipt, which are not conclusive evidence of ownership nor proof of area covered therein, an original certificate of title indicates true and legal ownership by the registered owner over a disputed premises. So, kung sa husgado, may nagclaim ng property, certain property, at ang ebidensya po ng isang party, mga tax declaration or tax receipts na binabayaran nila yung property, yung amilyar, yung real estate, and ikaw, meron kang title mismo na you are the registered owner, more likely, madidefeat po yung party na tax deck lang po ang hawak. Ganun po ka-importante itong certificate of title. No? Kaya, huwag niyong iwawala yan. Yan ang katibayan. Yan ang best proof nyo na kayo ang nagmamay-ari ng property. Of course, there are other evidence na nare-recognize ang court. Pero pag pinakitaan mo ng certificate of title yan na authentic, tama, valid, original, or original copy, tapos na po ang usapan. Madedetermine na po kagad ng court kung sino ang may-ari ng property. So, yun po ang halaga ng isang certificate of title, regardless kung yan original certificate of title, which we discussed earlier, transfer certificate of title, or condominium certificate of title. So, I hope you can follow. Now, if you own a land, a condominium, or house and lot, what proof do you have in your hand to prove that you are the owner or you own the said property? Yun ang question. So, sabi mo, sir, or attorney, sabi mo, yung certificate of title. Yes, certificate of title. But is it the original certificate of title? Original OCT, TCT, or CCT? Is that what you have as owner of the property? Which will show that you are indeed the owner. So the answer there is that the owner does not possess the original copy of the OCT, PCT, or CCT. Okay? What does the owner have kung wala siyang original copy ng transfer certificate of title or original certificate of title or yung condominium certificate of title? What the owner has is a duplicate copy, original copy, but it's an owner's duplicate certificate of title. Diba? It can either be OCT, TCT, or CCT, Condominium Certificate of Title. But regardless, ang hawak lang po ng owner ng property is the owner's duplicate copy. Bakit po owner's duplicate copy lang ang hawak ni property owner? Nasaan po yung original copy or the original certificate of title? Original OCT, original TCT, or original CCT? Yung original copy po niyan, nasa Register of Deeds. It's with the Register of Deeds where the property is located at naka-store po sa vault yan. So, yung original copy is with the Register of Deeds and the owner's duplicate copy of title is with the registered owner. So, ang hawak mo ay duplicate copy lang. Ano po yung owner's duplicate copy? It's the exact copy of the original TCT, OCT, or CCT that is stored in the vault of the register of deeds. Okay? So, yun po ang hawak ni registered owner's duplicate copy, while the original copy of the OCT, TCT, and CCT is with the register of deeds. So if you're going to buy property and the seller told you he has in his possession a original copy of or original OCT, TCT, or CCT, medyo magtaka ka. Bakit ka may hawak niyan? Minsan kasi na mimix mo kala mo original, pag sinabing original copy, di ba? Yung pala, owner's duplicate copy of title yung nire-refer niya. Ngayon, pag pinakitaan ka talaga ng original title, magduda ka na, bakit may hawak ng original title? Kasi dapat yan nasa register of deeds, di ba? Dapat owner's duplicate copy lang ang hawak mo na original. So, that's one point. So, take note of that. So, attorney, question. Gaano po kahalaga itong pinagsasasabi nyo tungkol sa original copy of OCT, TCT, CCT, at yung owner's duplicate copy? Ano pong relevance niyan dun sa topic natin na fake titles, no? Napakahalaga po nitong malaman yung difference between the original copy of OCT, CCT, or TCT, CCT na nasa Register of Deeds and yung duplicate copy, owner's duplicate copy, nasa registered owner. Napakahalaga po sapagkat kung alam ninyo na yung original nasa Register of Deeds and yung duplicate copy ay nasa registered owner, ano sa tingin niyo yung madaling pekein or madalas pekein or subject of a fake title? Diba? More often, or most of the time, the subject of forgery or fake title is the owner's duplicate copy of title. So, yun po yun. So, most cases or more often, yung owner's duplicate copy of title, yan po ang pinipeke ng mga manloloko or scammer. Bakit po yun ang pinipeke? Well, it's easier to forge since it is in the hands of an individual person. Unlike yung original title na nakatago sa vault ng Register of Deeds na nakastore yung possession with the Register of Deeds. Mas madali pong, kasi doon, bago nila buksan yung vault, may security protocol sila. Kung sino yung mga nag-access doon sa vault na yun, malalaman. Yung hawak na owner's duplicate copy, if the owner is not careful, then anyone can have access over that. Una ng litrato yan, pagaya yan, lahat ng contents dun sa owner's duplicate copy, can be subject of a forgery or falsification, no? Tsaka isa pang reason is, as we said, yung owner's duplicate copy of title, yan yung hawak ng owner, 'di ba? Ng registered owner. So, yan yung i-show niya sa prospective buyer to encourage the buyer to buy the property. So yan po talaga yung pinipeke or subject of forgery or fake title, yung owner's duplicate copy of title. So malinaw po tayo, no? Excuse me, nasamid lang po ako. Now, Attorney, how about the original title in the possession of the Register of Deeds? Can it be fake? Can it be subject of forgery? Well, there are instances even that original title can be subject of forgery or fake title. May mga kaso na pong ganyan. But actually, although it's possible, it's hard to accomplish. Kasi pag finake mo, pati yung original title na nasa RD, it's either pati yung RD or yung government officials is involved dun sa bakit sila dapat yung hawak nilang mga titulo authentic nalusutan sila ng fake title, 'di ba? So and kung fake yung original title na hawak ng Register of Deeds, at parehong-pareho yung owner's duplicate copy of title, and very likely fake din yung title na hawak ng registered owner, no? So, mas mabigat na problema yon. But that's not included in our topic for today. Medyo mahaba-habang usapan po yun pag yung original ang fake title. I'm going to share to you is yung mga basic. So, we will stick and focus on the owner's duplicate copy of title, no? So after knowing about owner's duplicate copy of title and yung mga value ng certificate of title, now question is how can we minimize our risk into falling into the trap of buying fake title, no? I said minimize the risk because there's really no hard and fast rule or instant na if you have this checklist, if you do this 100% your transaction is or you will not be able to buy fake title or you will not be you will not be defrauded, no? There's so many way ng panloloko ngayon, maraming scheme. But sabi nga natin, in every transaction that you make, there is a risk. So the best thing, the next best thing that we can do is to follow this simple step, these basic guides in conducting due diligence to minimize the risk of buying fake titles. If you examine yung mga cases na umabot sa Supreme Court, really yung na-miss ng mga nalokong tao, yung mga basic yung mga basic procedure lang. So that's what I'm going to share because this story happens over and over again. Paulit-ulit lang, sawang-sawa na yung mga abogado makarinig ng kwento. Minsan nga, pag nag-hearing, medyo sa mga testimony ng witness, alam mo na kung ano yung mangyayari. Wala nang thrill kasi paulit-ulit lang yung kwento. No? If you do these steps that I'm going to share with you, there is some certain level of certainty that somehow you know that you're not dealing with fake titles or your decisions to buy the property is based on facts and you take the necessary precautions in dealing or in buying the property. So mahalaga po to, di ba? So let's go. Next slide, ma'am. Slide 9. So the buyer, the viewer will be able to see. 9 po. Okay. Slide 9 po, ma'am. So, typical scene or scenario in buying property, no? Usually, lalo na ngayon sa now that information is very at the tips of our finger, no? Sa Facebook, makikita natin yung mga post, no? For sale, house and lot in Fairview, Quezon City. Okay? 120 square meter near SM Fairview. Yun yung pang-akit, near SM Fairview. Clean title. Okay? For direct buyers only. Yung mga post na nakikita natin. Agents will not be entertained. Okay? 1 million. Negotiable. Diba? For inquiries and requests for viewing, please contact 1T3. Okay? 0917-123-456. Okay? Meron pang nakalagay yan. PM is the key. Diba? So, Kung ikaw developer, investor in real estate, medyo ma-call yung attention mo near SM Fairview, 1 million. Sige. So the buyer will contact the seller. They will schedule the viewing of the property and the buyer will really like it. Kasi ang lapit nga sa SM, hindi sinungaling, no? So he will analyze the value of the property. Maybe he will ask bakit binibenta. Ay, kasi mag-abroad na yung may-ari, kailangan ng pera, etc. So the buyer will conclude ba this is below market price, market value. So it's cheap, mura, jackpot, di ba? So the buyer will be excited, gets excited to the possibility of owning a prime property which is below market price. So of course, yung buyer di naman agad-agad mag-deal yan. He will ask, excuse me, the buyer will ask the seller, can I see the copy of your title? Diba? So, the seller will show apparently, the owner's duplicate copy of title. Yung original na owner's duplicate, hindi photocopy, hindi Xerox, yung original owner's duplicate copy of title. The buyer will examine the duplicate copy. So, sabihin ni buyer, aamoy ni buyer yan. Amoy luma. Legit to. Then he will rub the paper of the certificate of title. Kung OCT yan, TCT, or CCT yan, medyo i-rub niya. I-feel niya yung texture ng paper. Then, di niya magaspang, makapal. Legit talaga to. Ito talaga, this is the real thing, no? So, di pa doon natatapos. Buyer will check the TCT number. TCT 123456. Okay, registered under the name 1T3, di ba? So, he will ask the seller niya, do you have a valid ID? Di ba? So, of course, the seller will show, ano, 1T3 nga pangalan nito. So, the buyer will say, okay, I've done my due diligence. So, let's do this. So, of course, he will offer lower than 1 million. Sabi niya, I'll pay you in cash, 800,000. So, there will be negotiation. Pabalik-balik yan, si buyer and seller. Of course, they will also negotiate. Sino magbabayad ng capital gains, doc stamp, transfer tax, who will be in charge. So, after several negotiations, they will agree na okay, they will agree on the purchase price and they will execute the deed of sale, deed of absolute sale. Then, of course, the buyer will pay the purchase price in cash. Di ba? Kasi mura eh. Sabi, mura na nga, ihulugan mo pa. So, babayaran yan in cash. So, of course, the seller naman will submit to you yung owner's duplicate copy of title. Sabi niya, bahala ka na patitulo niyan, ha? So, na bahala mag-transfer kasi murang-mura na yan. So, everybody happy. Di ba? Correct? So, buyer will now facilitate the transfer of title. Unang step niya, pupunta siya sa BIR to pay the taxes, yung capital gains. But, one of the requirement ng BIR is for a certified true copy of title. So, what do you do? What do you do sa pagkuha ng certified true copy? You will go to the RD to get a certified true copy of title. So, syempre, papakita mo yung owner's duplicate copy of title and yung deed of sale to show na may interest ako dyan, although I'm not the registered owner, may interest ako dyan kasi binili ko yung property na yan. Medyo mayabang ka pa, no? Kakabili ko lang ng property eh. Pa-check nga, pahinga ako ng certified true copy. So, titingnan ka ngayon ng RD. Iiling-iling yung RD sa'yo. Sabihin ng RD will inform you that the register of deeds, the staff will tell you, sir, sorry po, or ma'am, sorry po, wala pong TCT 123456 registered under the name 1T Reyes. So, doon ka ngayon mabubuhusan ng parang malamig na tubig. No? You will be, boom! You will realize na loko ka. So, this is a very common story that is happening over and over again, especially with people buying their first real estate property, no? So, pag nangyari yan, the basic question or that will linger into your mind is a song popularized by Side A band. So, ano yung song na yun? So, yung title niyan Tell Me, di ba? Lyrics na, Tell me, where did I go wrong? What did I do to make you change your mind completely? Yan yung may isip mo. Yan yung paulit-ulit na maririnig mo sa utak mo yung kantang yan. Where did I go wrong? 'Di ba? So,
Maganda ito yung kinakanta mo.
oo nga eh. Mamaya, magmo-modulate ako, ha? So, how do we avoid this scenario? No? How do we avoid this scenario? So, well, first, if you're really interested in buying the property and you find it cheap and parang panalong-panalo ka dun sa deal and transaction, first thing to do is next slide, ma'am, slide 10. Don't rush. Yun ang first rule, don't rush. No? Bakit? Why? Why you don't rush? Kasi sabi nga nila wise men say only fools rush in, 'di ba? Sabi ni Bob Dylan at Elvis Presley. Wise men say only fools rush in. So don't rush. Uh, you just get the next step is get a photocopy of the owner's duplicate copy of title from the seller or his duly authorized representative. So you talk to the seller, ma'am, pwede bang makakuha ng or sir, pwede bang makakuha ng photocopy ng owner's duplicate copy of title, di ba? So, bibigyan ka naman kung wala namang tinatago yung seller, bibigyan ka niya ng kopya. Then third step is you get a certified true copy of title from the Register of Deeds. Now, question, sir, bibigyan ba ako ng RD or attorney, bibigyan ba ako ng RD ng certified true copy of title? Hindi naman ako ang registered owner. Yes, bibigyan ka ng RD. You just tell the Register of Deeds that you have the intention of buying the property and you're conducting due diligence, pero to make sure, you can ask for an SPA from the seller na, ma'am, bigyan mo ako ng time. Bigyan mo lang ako ng SPA para makakuha ko yung certified true copy of title ng property. Ino-authorize mo ko na kumuha ng certified true copy of title. So, para lang sigurado ako before we sign or we execute the deed of sale. Ngayon, kung wala namang tinatago yan, bibigyan ka niyan. Ngayon, it's possible na sabihin sa'yo nung seller, hindi, ma'am or sir, meron akong certified true copy of title. Eto na, tsaka yung owner's duplicate copy of title. Kung anong copy gusto mo, ito meron para sa'yo. So, one tip is, don't give into temptation na nandun na instant. Makikita mo na kagad yung you can compare. Kasi the problem with that is, paano kung fake yung both owner's duplicate of copy of title and yung certified true copy of title, di naloko ka na, di ba? So, you can have your way na to decline the offer. Hindi, ma'am, ako na, wala man lamang problema sa akin yung kasi gagamitin ko din naman yung certified true copy of title pag magkatuluyan tayo sa BIR and sa RD, di ba? So, just politely decline the offer and you do your job, you do your due diligence. What I'm telling you now is part na to ng due diligence process na. So, if you do this, tong mga basic step na to, malaki-laki na yung chance mo na makaiwas sa fake title, no? So, now that you have this well, important you should be the one talaga na to get the certified true copy of title from the RD. If you do not have time, well, possible that someone you trust, you ask them to get the certified true copy of title, or you can hire a land title company to do that for you, to do the due diligence, kasi importante tong steps na to. Pag
Emphasize
later,
natin yun, attorney,
yes,
that yung certified true copy, no? If you're
oo,
buying,
kasi
ikaw dapat talaga to
yes, ma'am.
as much as
Mm,
possible. Or
mm-mm.
sabi mo nga, land title company, trusted land title company. Kasi yun talaga
Or
yung source mo eh.
or you can have someone na you trust from your households na kunin yon, di ba? Na yung copy na yon. So, yun po, ma'am. So, uh, what do you do now that you have the certified true copy and the owner's duplicate copy of title? No? So, remember, we're trying to determine whether or not the owner's duplicate copy of title is which is in the possession of the owner is authentic or real. So, what you need to do is compare the photocopy which came from the Register of Deeds and the owner's duplicate copy of title from the uh, registered owner, no? So you need to compare yung dalawa. So, ma'am, next slide po. So, what do you need to check? So, ito na po yung mga kailangan nyong i-check, di ba? Once you have this owner's duplicate copy of title and yung certified true copy of title from the RD. So, you need to check the title number kung tama, di ba? Yung registered owner, kung pareho, baka magkaiba, iba yung owner sa records ng RD, iba yung owner dun sa duplicate, di alam mo na. Yung size ng property, importante yan. Baka may difference, baka may mga inconsistency between the size na nakalagay dun sa owner's duplicate and yung certified true copy. Yung technical description, I suggest talagang tutukan nyo to. If it will take you half day to really examine these two, better. Bakit? Bakit ko sinasabi to? Kasi, remember, the owner's duplicate copy is the of title, whether it's a OCT, TCT, or CCT, it's the exact or carbon copy of the original title which is in the possession of the RD. So dapat everything that is contained in the owner's duplicate copy of title must be the same as that which is that is contained dun sa certified true copy of title substantially, pati yung mga you need to check if merong mga yung back page ng title, kung may mga annotations and encumbrances. Marami kaming na-encounter sa land title transfer dun sa owner's duplicate copy of title hindi naka-mortgage, pero dun sa certified true copy of title naka-mortgage. Then you go to the seller, bakit po naka-mortgage to? Ay, hindi ko pa pala napatanggal yung annotations, pero bayad na yan. So, magpo-produce sila ngayon ng proof na bayad na yung mortgage, yung loan. So yun yung mga common, no? So, you check the back of the title kung may mga annotations or encumbrances. Then, yung mga initials, signatures, ng mga nakapirma doon, no? You can check if the person who signed the title is really the register of deeds of that at that time in that particular location, no? You can ask that with the office of the register of deeds, no? So yun. If you want, you can also take note of the you can also take note of the judicial forms, no? That's indicated in the title, no? For original certificate of title, owner's duplicate copy number 108D, di ba? For transfer certificate of title na owner's duplicate, it's 109D. For condominium title, certificate of title, it's LRC form 1A. You can do this. Ang importante dito is when you compare yung content nung owner's duplicate copy of title and yung certified true copy of title, it's the same. Substantially the same. Kung may mga difference kayong nakikita, you should take note, 'di ba? Bakit walang ganito? Bakit dito meron? So take note of it. May mga discrepancy sa technical description, take note. Then you go back to the LRA, you ask the seller, bakit ganito yung title na hawak niyo? Ito yung sa certified true copy. Masasagot yan. Okay? Ngayon, that's also a red flag na be careful of the title you're transacting with, or the person you're transacting with, kasi dapat substantially the same yan, kasi it's the exact copy or carbon copy, no? So the only difference, substantial difference between the two is yung owner's duplicate copy of title, may nakalagay na owner's duplicate yan. Doon sa bago, nandun sa, I think yan, dyan sa picture, nandyan sa transfer certificate of title, yung sa baba niyan, ayan, nakalagay, owner's duplicate, owner's duplicate. So, yan lang ang difference niyan. Yung original, yung certified true copy, walang nakalagay na owner's duplicate. So, basically, wala yung original na nakalagay na owner's duplicate. Sa luma, sa side nakalagay yung owner's duplicate, yung kulay pula. Sa side nung title nakalagay yung owner's duplicate. So, yun, importante yun. Pagtuunan nyo ng pansin yan, pagtuunan nyo ng oras na part of your due diligence, kung half day kayo, para lang titigan maigi yung if you've done this, if you do this, medyo malaki na yung chance na makakaiwas ka sa fake title. 'Di ba? Kasi kung substantially the same yan, problema mo na lang kung fake yung title nung RD, which is very uncommon. 'Di ba? Pero nangyayari yon, no? Nangyayari yon. May mga cases na gano'n. But if you do this, at least on your end, nagawa mo yung due diligence mo. Ikaw mismo masasabi mo sa sarili mo na kung legit ba yung title na hawak ng registered owner or hindi, no? So yon ang kailangan yung gawin as part of due diligence. Well, yung binigay ko kanina, it's a hypothetical case. It's a hypothetical case. Just to emphasize to you the importance of conducting this due diligence of getting the certified true copy of title from the Register of Deeds. I'll give you one case. Itong case of Clarita Estrellado Maynar versus People of the Philippines. Ma'am, next slide. Okay. So, this case was decided by the Supreme Court in July 29, 2015, GR number 184320. No? So, let's see this case, no? So, sometime in February 2005, ang main character dito si Clarita at si Eric, no? Sometime in 2005, February, Clarita Estrellado offered for sale to Eric Naval portion of land located in Davao City, so Matina, Aplaya. And during the negotiation of the sale, Clarita told Naval that the title to the land she was selling had no problems. And the petitioner also informed Naval, si Clarita, in-inform niya si Naval na the area subject of sale is still with the mother title. So kailangan i-segregate pa kasi nandun pa sa parents ni Clarita. So, subsequently, sometime in March 2005, they executed an agreement to buy and sell where Clarita sold the property to Naval for I think it's 200,000 pesos, no? 200 square meter. Eh. Portion lang nung lupa, hindi buo. So isa-subdivide pa ni Naval yung property. So initially si Naval nagbayad ng 100,000 pesos as initial payment. Then he asked for Clarita, pwede ba magtayo na ako ng bahay diyan? So pinayagan naman ni Clarita, okay, sige, kasi naka-down ka na naman ng kalahati habang transfer natin or kung ano pa yung gagawin mo, pwede ka na magtayo ng bahay, no? So, after some time, June 2005, nagulat si Eric kasi biglang may third person, yung JS Francisco and Sons, yung mga representative nun, came to the house, dinemolish yung bahay na tinayo ni Eric, no? Then, Eric found out na I discovered that the land na sinode sa kanya ni Clarita, may dispute between Clarita's family and yung JS Francisco and Sons Incorporation. So, bumili si Eric ng lupa, pinatayuan niya ng bahay, dinemolish yung bahay niya ng third person, si JS Francisco and Sons. Kasi yung pala, yung lupa na yun, disputed land between JS Francisco Sons and yung family ni Clarita. So, si Eric, ang remedy niya is to go after Clarita. Diba? Kasi yun ang nagbenta sa kanya ng property. No? He asked for the value of the land and yung value ng lupa na binili niya. So, again, in this case, no, kung ikaw si Eric, mapapakanta ka talaga ng Tell Me, Where Did I Go Wrong? Kasi bumili ka ng lupa, tinayuan mo ng bahay, wala pang someone, dinemolish yung bahay mo. So, masaklap ang nangyari. Now, to answer that question of Eric, na, where did I go wrong? We need to examine yung transcript ng steno, yung transcript ng proceedings ng court na wherein yung opposing counsel, si Attorney Percy, trinos-examine niya si Eric, no? Si Mr. Naval. So ito yung, if you can see in the slide, ito yung kanilang conversation. So sabi sa court, oh, Mr. Naval, how long have you known Clarita? Sabi ni Mr. Naval, since 1999 for about 3 years. And sabi nung lawyer, and you personally know that she's the daughter of Mr. Nicolas Estrellado. Yes, ma'am, sabi ni Eric. And that you approached sometime in February, you said you approached her and made known your intent to buy property. So, in-approach ni Eric, di ba daw, si Clarita para bilhin yung property. Sabi ni Eric, yes, ma'am. And at that time, the accused, si Clarita, shown to you a copy of the owner's duplicate copy of title. So, sabi ni Eric, correct. And under the name, yung title na pinakita sa'yo, sa name pa ng parents, si Nicolas Estrellado. Yes, ma'am, sabi ni Eric. No? So, at the time, you knew that you were buying is a titled property. Tama ba? Sabi ni Eric, tama. Ito yung mabigat na question na binato ng abogado. At that time, you did not verify with the Register of Deeds. Sabi ngayon ni Eric, yes, I did not. Because you have already seen the duplicate copy of the title, right? Sabi ni Eric, I just seen the front page and sabi naman ng abogado, and knowing that you have only seen the front page, you did not check with the Register of Deeds. I did not. So, ito yung gusto kong i-emphasize dito sa kaso na to, na what I'm telling you, kanina hypothetical yung case na binigay ko. Ito, it's a real case. 'Di ba? Na hindi nag-conduct ng due diligence si Eric. Sabi niya, tinanong siya paulit-ulit ng abogado, did you verify with the Register of Deeds? Sabi niya, I did not. Kasi nakita mo na yung owner's duplicate. Yes. So, nag-rely lang siya sa owner's duplicate. Hindi siya kumuha ng copy to certified true copy of title. That's why hindi niya kinumpare, no? So, ma'am, next slide. Okay. So, in this case, what's the ruling? Ano bang kaso dito? Actually, this is not a case of fake title. Ang kasong sinampa kay Clarita dito is estafa. Other forms of swindling under Article 316 of the Revised Penal Code, no? dito sa case na to, ang problema, hindi fake yung title, but there is an adverse claim, if you can see, affidavit of adverse claim. So, apparently, prior to the 2003 na nagbentahan sila ng lupa, noong 1998, nag-execute na yung pamilya ni Clarita ng deed of sale dun sa property kay J.S. Francisco, no? J. Francisco and Sons. That's why, nung nagtayo si, ano doon, si Eric ng bahay, dinemolish. Kasi hindi naman kay Clarita na yung property. Meron ng deed of sale. Parang double sale lang nangyari. So, in this case, if, ma'am, next slide po. If Eric checked the title with the Register of Deeds, he would definitely discover that there was an adverse claim. No? So, nakita niyo yung importance nung yung conducting due diligence, getting a certified true copy of the title from the RD. It will not only save you from fake title, it will also save you. You will also be able to discover kung meron pang ibang tao na nagclaim dun sa property. Hindi lang fake title lang naiiwasan mo if you follow yung steps na diniscuss natin kanina. You'll able to determine kung meron pang other people, just like in this case, si J.S. Francisco, no? Ang masakit dito, si Clarita, ang tanong, was she convicted of estafa? Well, initially, yung lower court kinonvict siya. Same with RTC, in-affirm. Pero, pagdating ng Supreme Court, inacquit si Clarita. Bakit? Kasi sabi ng Supreme Court, under these circumstances, based dun sa testimony ni Eric Naval, the petitioner did not pretend to be the owner of the property sold, di ba? If you remember, sinabi ni Clarita na hindi sa akin nakatitle to, sa tatay ko, at yung property na to, isa-subdivide pa, nasa mother title pa. So, isa sa mga element ng estafa kasi yung panloloko, deceit. Sabi ng Supreme Court, walang deceit dito, di ba? Kasi hindi naman sinabi ni Clarita na sa kanya yung property. All along, alam ni Eric na hindi sa kanya yung property at nasa mother title pa, hindi pa nakaregister. So, well, if only Eric conducted due diligence, hindi sana mangyayari to. Na-double whammy pa siya kasi hindi niya pa na-convict si Clarita. So, parang sinabi ng korte, walang kasalanan si Clarita. It's short of saying, kasalanan mo yan, Eric, kasi hindi ka nag-due diligence eh. Diba? So, that's the case. Okay? You can read that case. I gave you the number. Now, last na, kung okay pa, Mabs, meron lang akong isang i-discuss na kaso. Well, I read in some internet, in the internet and some articles na to determine whether the title is fake or not, you have to check yung paper, appearance of the paper, no? Sabi kasi nila yung Bangko Sentral is the sole agency responsible for printing a judiciary form, no? Used in the preparation of property title, no? So, tong special paper na to, you can easily determine daw kung fake or hindi yung fiber. Well, I suggest that you can do that if you're really an expert on paper material. Kung talagang kabisado mo yung mga papel, kung fake or not, you can do that. Or nagtrabaho ka sa RD na isang tingin mo lang sa papel, alam mo kung fake or hindi. Pero kung first time property buyer ka or real estate buyer, I suggest you do the due diligence that we discussed. No? Don't rely on the paper. Medyo delikado yon. Bakit ko nasabing delikado? I'll give you a case. Yung Feliciano Maliwat versus Court of Appeals, di ba? GR number 107041, May 15, 1996. So, ito yung charge dito sa Feliciano Maliwat, no? If you can read sa nakalagay dito, hello? Okay pa, no? So, on or about in November 1975 in the city of Cavite, a private person, si Maliwat, having somehow obtained a possession of blank form of transfer certificate of title with serial number 1403456, which is a public and official document, did there and there, then and there, willfully, unlawfully, and feloniously commits acts of falsification by then and there filling, typing, inserting on the blank spaces therein, or causing to be filled, typed, and inserted on said public and official document the technical description of the property, making it appear that the same is a reconstituted copy under the name of the accused or the registered owner, no? So, if you read this case, makikita mo na even pala yung authentic paper can be subject of forgery. Uh, just like in this case, dito sa kaso na to, nawala yung judicial form eh. Yung paper ninakaw, and then suddenly nag-reappear siya at hawak nitong accused, at ginawa niya, fill up niya yung certificate of title to make it appear that a certain property belongs to him. So going back to my what I said earlier, so if you rely on the paper, the texture of the paper, it's possible na authentic, original yung paper, pero yung content, yun ang subject ng falsification or forgery. 'Di ba? So if you rely only on paper to determine whether the title is fake or not, you might be in trouble. 'Di ba? It's best pa rin that you get the certified true copy of title and compare, kasi makikita mo if contents are the same between the owner's duplicate copy of title and the registered title. So, yun. So, in this case, ma'am, next slide. So, sabi ng Supreme Court, meron pang isang importante dito, no, na you should be aware of. When judicial forms 109D with serial number, blah, 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 were filled up, issued, and made to appear in form as transfer certificate titles number blank, respectively, both in the name of Feliciano Maliwat to show ownership of lot, which are included in. So, falsification as defined under revised penal code was committed. So, na-convict yung tao na gumawa nung yung nag-fill up or nag-type dun sa blank form nung title. No? Ang isang importante dito kasi walang proof yung last paragraph, if you will see. The fact that no proof was introduced to prove or show as to who committed the falsification above mentioned does not exempt or exculpate the accused from liability, sabi ng Supreme Court. The accused appellant is the person who stood to benefit by the falsification of documents in question. As such, it is presumed that he is the material author of the falsification. Anong importansya nitong ano na to? Sa law, meron presumption na pag gumamit ka ng false documents, falsified or forged document, kung ikaw ang gumamit nun, ikaw ang author nun, nung falsification. So, can you see the possible na pwedeng mangyari? Kung bumili ka ng fake title, forged title, at prinisinta mo sa Register of Deeds yung forged title na yun, pinapatransfer mo sa'yo, although hindi ikaw ang author ng forgery, it is possible na kasuhan ka ng forgery kasi you will benefit from that false or forged certificate of title. So, hindi ka lang naloko, pwede ka pang kasuhan. Of course, the lawyers will have different ways to defend you, but you don't want to get into that trouble. Hassle yun. Pupunta ka sa hearing, ipoprove mo yung innocence mo, ikaw na nga yung biktima, ikaw na yung bumili ng fake title. Di ba? Kasi mayroong principle na gano'n eh, na if a person stood to benefit by the falsification of document in question, it is presumed that he is the material author of the falsification. So be very careful in buying properties or having fake title in your possession and presenting it to the government authority or agency. Baka mapagbintangan ka. na author ng falsification or forgery, and baka kasuhan ka, and mahirap. So that's why it's important you conduct yung due diligence. Okay? So as a final note, siguro buying real estate or real property, it's very important to conduct due diligence. Sabi nga nila, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure, or prevention is better than cure. So in buying real estate, importante din, no, na you apply this principle na sa health to nag-apply, but you can also apply kasi once you bought a fake title, more likely you will be dragged or involved in a very costly litigation. Bakit? You will never realize the importance of a due diligence and yung pag-hire ng land title company if ever na hindi mo kaya. Unless ma-experience mo na matsambahan ka na makabili ka ng fake title. Bakit? Once na bumili ka ng fake title at nakapag-issue ka ng malaking pera, 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, whatsoever, ang unang remedy mo dyan is maghanap ng abogado para mabawi. Gigil na gigil ka eh, bukod dun sa natapakan yung ego mo na nakabili ka ng fake title. Eh. So, pag quote ng abogado, accept lang yung kaso mo, hingan ka ng 50,000, 100,000 just to accept your case. Then, every pleading, bayad ka ng 5,000, 10,000, appearance fee, the same. Pag natapos na yung kaso, magaling yung abogado na kuha mo, napakonvict mo yung nag-fake ng title, hindi mo naman mababawi yung pera. Kasi kaya nga nanloko yun, walang pera pambayad yun eh. Kung may pera yun, di sana tinapos niya na yung kaso. Binayaran ka na niya, binalik niya na. Kaso wala. So, hindi mo rin mababalik yung pera. Tsaka yung struggle, yung physical, mental na anguish na may experience mo, hindi worth it, no? Doon mo marirealize ngayon, sana nag-conduct ako due diligence or sana magkano ba yung sinisingil sa akin ng land title company? Magkano yung gastos ko dito para mabawi yung pera ko na hindi ko naman nabawi, 'di ba? Napakulong ko nga lang pero hindi ko naman nabawi. So those are the instances, no? After 10 years mo lang marirealize na marami nang nawala sa iyo, hindi lang pera kasi yung pera kikitain mo pa yan. Pero yung minsan takot ka na mag-trust, 'di ba? Sa tao, lahat pinagdududahan mo, it will really destroy you. So, thank you. Sorry medyo lumagpas ako sa oras, Ma'am Mavs.
Okay lang. It was very comprehensive, no? Hindi siya basic attorney. Sobrang deep dive, di ba? Pero I'm sure a lot of them learned, no? Sa naging discussion. Kaya we really appreciate it. And actually, may mga questions sa attorney. Okay lang to. We can accept some of the questions.
I'd like to say na what's important about this topic, they can do this on their own. Hindi mo kailangan ng lawyer or kung medyo masikap ka lang at they can do this on their own, no? Kaya nila to. Hindi to mahirap gawin.
May question, attorney. First question.
Yes, ma'am.
Shara, may difference po ba in terms of appearance with the original certificate of title with the registry of deeds from that of the owners?
Of course.
Aside from the words. Owner.
Yung duplicate copy of title. Well, hindi mo naman makikita yung owner's, yung original title eh. Makukuha mo yung original ng owner's duplicate copy of title dahil pwedeng ibigay sa'yo ni seller yon. Pero yung original title, hindi mo makukuha yun. Kasi ang ibibigay sa'yo ng Register of Deed is certified true copy of title. So, if you're going with the appearance, pare-parehas ang appearance ng certified true copy of title eh. So, ang importante talaga, tingnan mo yung content, yung yung nakasulat doon sa loob, kung parehas na parehas. Kasi nilalabas lang yung original title sa vault ng RD pag sinupina yan ng court at dalhin sa korte. So, yan lang yung mga instances na kailangan talagang dalhin yung original. Pero kung kung walang supina yan or wala namang masyadong halaga, hindi ipapakita sa ng Register of Deeds yan. Ang ipapakita sa yung certified true copy of title, which
Oo.
is a photocopy na may nakalagay na certified true copy of title. So you really have to check the content kung pareho.
So certified true copy, that alone, okay na siya to compare with the
Yeah.
title na hawak ng
Owner's
may-ari.
duplicate copy of title. Yes, ma'am.
The second question, ayan, marami tayong tanong. We heard about multiple claimants and people with mother title claiming ownership. How can we avoid this when buying property? Multiple claimants.
Again, go back dun sa due diligence process that we discussed. You get the certified true copy of title kasi kung may mga multiple claimants yan, they should have registered that claim dun sa title na nasa RD and mag-a-appear yan dun sa certified true copy of title. No? Just like yung sa case na I discussed, no, yung bumili siya ng ng lupa tapos yung pala may adverse claim, 'di ba? Iba na pala may-ari noon, may deed of sale pala na naka-annotate. Makikita mo 'yun pag kumuha ka ng certified true copy of title. So hindi lang fake title yung maiiwasan mo, makikita mo lahat ng claims. Kung walang claims na nakalagay doon, ibig sabihin medyo safe ka na walang other claims dun sa title. But it doesn't mean wala talaga. Kasi yung iba, hindi lang nila nire-register.
Yung pala, attorney, hindi pala matatatak at the time na claim.
Oo. Pero
Pwede,
medyo you will be a purchaser in good faith. At the time na binili mo yun, wala kang known. Kaya yung mga mag-adverse claim naman, importante na ipatatak nila yun kasi it will serve as notice to everybody na may claim sila. And kung di nila ipatatak yun at na-transfer sa'yo, mag-claim sila later on, medyo mahirapan sila magabol kasi hindi nila pinatatak yung adverse claim nila
Kaya importante, attorney, na kapag may transfer of ownership, dapat i-transfer agad, no? Kasi you'll never know what's gonna happen after transaction. Ito may comment.
So, be the one to register your title.
Yan, si broker Vinya. Ayan, may comment siya. Ayan, licensed real estate brokers are trained to do due diligence with regard to properties. Don't think that the property is a buyer. Buyer is saving by limiting. Oo, yes, agree, no, na licensed brokers din naman, they are also trained, no? Kaya very crucial in buying and selling property din. Talaga, yung mga licensed real estate brokers, diba? So, yan.
Medyo may advantage ka if you're represented by a broker because they will be the one to really inform you kung may problema.
Ito rin sabi niya, no? The problem is, ayan, pag gusto mong DBOs or direct buyers only, eliminating licensed brokers due to do due diligence. Yeah. Making it easier for scammers. Totoo, no?
Yeah, agree.
Making buyers think that professional fees of brokers are applied to their purchase.
Yes.
No? So, pero yung headaches, no, yung challenges, maraming mawawala. Diba? So, konting tinipid mo, which is a small percentage lang naman din napupunta sa, you're buying millions of property and small percentage, you cannot trust the brokers or someone who will do the due diligence for you, di ba?
Yes,
dapat license and trusted mo, di ba?
And for buyers din, hindi lang to for real first time na babay ng real estate. Meron din talaga mga seasoned na nachachambahan and mahirap machambahan. Pag nachambahan ka talagang hindi mo alam kung saan ka pupulutin. So don't take chances. You hire professional. Yun nga, like brokers who are trained to conduct the due diligence so that you're sure na safe yung transactions. Kasi even if hindi nga fake title, wala kang adverse claim, pwede ka pa bang maloko? Pwede pa rin. Kasi paano kung walang authority yung nagbenta sa'yo or nag-expire yung SPA? Di ba? Maraming, hindi lang porket nakasiguro ka na hindi fake title, hindi ka na maloloko. Maraming way para maloko ka. Di ba? And you need to be well represented. Sabi nga ni ma'am na nag-comment, better to be represented by an real estate licensed broker or a, di ba? Para
Oo.
to make sure that your transaction is safe.
Or yun, professionals na, like your, di ba, land title company,
Yes.
really into deep dive into doing the documentation of the properties, di ba?
Yes,
Ayan.
ma'am.
They can partner with a broker or kasi napakaraming facets or phase ng real estate transactions, di ba, na akala natin
Simple lang.
basta simple lang, di ba? That's why we are promoting na that families, no, should have someone in charge, no? The real estate maven or the expert in their family, at least there should be someone in the family who knows the in and outs or what are the whereabouts or ano yung documents na meron kayo sa family niyo, sa property niyo. But not necessarily na alam mo yung gagawin, no? You can ask the experts or like brokers, appraisers, consultants, diba? Lawyers,
Yes, ma'am.
relative your, what important is alam mo kung ano yung meron kayo na pag-aari ninyo, properties ninyo, and how you're gonna maximize it to improve each and every family's life. No? Baka yung especially now, attorney, this is really my prayer and advocacy this time of pandemic, that especially now that families are together, di ba? Wala kayong choice. You have to stay at home. No? This is really now the time that you talk, sit down, di ba? And have someone talk about the properties and how each and every one of you can help, di ba? Kasi again, the properties that we have is instrument for us, di ba? To maximize, instrument for us to help each and every member of the family. Baka hindi mo alam, may problema palang malaki ang kapatid mo na inaaway mo, or yung parents mo na hindi mo kinakausap. But you have properties na nakatenga. Use it. Diba? Para ma-maximize and help each and every one of them. Uplift the situation, diba? So, yan. Kaya natin ito ginagawa. Kaya natin ginagawa itong Real Estate Maven online channel because we want to advocate to have expert, to have someone maven in the family. And I hope yan, yung mga tinuturo natin, yung sharing mo, attorney, very comprehensive, will at least open up one family, happy na tayo dyan, open up one family, have family, resolve this time, and maximize whatever properties they have. Use it to unite and improve each and everyone's lives. No, yun ang ating purpose. Ayan, so may comment dito, JR, sabi niya, attorney. Ayan, very informative, Attorney Farley, and thank you so much. I learned a lot.
Thank you, JR.
Ayan, may question pa. Si Broker Vinya also. Can broker file mechanics lien? Meron ba ganon, attorney, on unpaid services by owner?
Unpaid, you mean yung broker na hindi nabayaran ng commission?
Oo, tapos mechanics lien dun sa title ng property. May ganun ba?
Yes, of course, if you have a claim dun sa property mo, as long as properly documented yung inyong claim, you can file a lien on those, it's possible to file a lien on that property. Parang, ina-attach mo na yung property in a way. So that if you are going to file a claim, a civil case for collection, nung iyong whatever someone owes over that property, probably yung new owner or the registered owner, you will be able to collect payment. But of course, you still have to file a case for collection nung what you owe, di ba? Kung hindi papayag yung owner basta-basta na magbayad dun sa debt or what he owes you.
Yan. Okay. So yun, thank you, attorney, ulit, no? So let me just review very quick summary, no? Very important, number one, that we have to get the certified true copy of title to the RD. So yun yung parang sinasabi nyo kanina, attorney, na yung unang-una nating steps, di ba? And when we get the copy from the owner, when we ask them to give us a photocopy of their title, we have to get as much as possible tayo, no, on our own, or we have the trusted brokers with us, or we have the land title company with us to help us get the certified true copy. We have to see it by ourselves and then compare it, no? Let's compare it actually word by word ba? As much as possible, no? Sabi mo nga
Oo,
kanina,
para sigurado.
nagulat ako,
Talagang
Atty.
pagtuunan
Half
mo
day
na ng
mo
pansin.
gusto. Half day mo gusto pati.
Kung magre-release ka naman ng pera na milyon-milyon, tsagain mo na, di ba?
Tama. So, yan. So, as much as possible, no, compare Apple word by word, no?
Yeah.
And then, if you have questions, pag merong na iba doon, you have to go back to the register of this and ask questions. And there is a red flag already. Di ba?
Yes, ma'am.
Ganyan. So,
Okay.
basically, for us to not enter into a contract or enter into buying a property na we'll be able to get fake title or there are challenges on it. The secondly, no, very important na sinabi mo, attorney, is we also have to be careful as buyers when we hold the fake title, no? Kasi we can be liable on that na tayo
Can be
kahit na
charged.
pag nakabili tayo ng fake title, no? We can be one of the authors, sabi mo nga, parang tayo ang may hawak or tayo yung naging dahilan ng pagiging fake na yun. We can be accessory ba tawag doon o major?
That's very basic na pag you're holding, you're in possession of a fraudulent or a false or a falsified document and makikinabang ka pag ginamit mo yun, may presumption kasi yung batas na you are the author. But of course, yung mga lawyer, may mga defense mechanism dyan na you can rebut that presumption. That is not conclusive, pero may presumption. So pwede kang kasuhan pag may presumption. Yun yung iiwasan natin.
So yun. Again, ingatan natin, no? Mag-ingat tayo in buying properties. Let's ask the experts, no? Let's ask the Mavens. When it comes to real estate, let's ask the brokers, appraisers, consultant, lawyers, no? Or when it comes to documentation, there is a specific documentation companies, no? Meron din naman, actually hindi lang naman dito sa Metro Manila. I'm sure meron ding ibang land title companies who handles the transaction. And as much as possible, kami, what we do, pala attorney, just to add to this discussion, is that we always ask the help of the brokers to be with us in the processing of the title, making sure that it will be transferred to us, the title, safely to us and then into our name, no, before we let go of our brokers that we partnered with or we hired when it comes to buying property. Yeah. So yon. Again, thank you so much, attorney, and thank you. And we will be having, no, you didn't discuss that, we will be having deeper dive into having a real estate maven in your family. We'll be having attorney party in the future for deep dive discussions, no, on paano nga ba, attorney, masisimulan, di ba? Pag-usapan ang real estate, no? Paano nga ba maging kaming real estate maven ka na online, in the family maps, di ba? So now, we'll have it in the future, no? Paano nga ba, no? We'll have it in the next session, no? It's a private session naman, diba? So, but this time, no, attorney, as much as I wanted to, we have to cut our discussion. No more. Ayun. Eto, you can contact attorney attorney Farley, no? Dominium Land Condominium Condo Title Services if you want to get his service directly to him. Ayan. So in the meantime, we have to say goodbye to our viewers. And again, please do like and subscribe my channel. Please do support this mission, this ministry that we have in this time. So we'd like to remind everyone, no, that's why we are doing this, no, in everything, the prudent acts with knowledge. That's why we are giving you this information but a full flaunt is folly. From Proverbs 13 verse 16. So we hope that we'll be able to add knowledge to each and every one of you, that you all become the real estate maven of your family. Help one another as a family, because we believe together as a family we can make things happen. We can all achieve the dreams that God planted in our hearts if we work together as a family. Again, use your property to unite, not to divide, because this is an instrument for us to uplift everyone's situation of our family, of our relatives, or and our friends. Diba? So yun. And with that, thank you so much and God bless you
Thank
all.
you.
And see you next time.
Thank you,
Next week,
Mavs.
next Thursday. Thank you, attorney.
Thank
Sobrang
you.
ganda.
Thank
Sobrang
you so
ganda.
much.
I'm blessed.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Welcome to my Real Estate Maven online channel, where life, real estate, and economics made simple. Let me welcome on screen. No? He is the founder of Dealmaker, a real estate investor himself. He is an author, licensed broker too. Please do welcome on screen Ronald Cagape.
Well, I'm just really a regular person. Mother ko was a elementary school teacher. Tapos father ko security guard. So I did not have a rich background. I studied chemical engineering at UP. Tapos dati ako after graduation, naging IT professional. So kumbaga wala akong background sa real estate. Although sabi mo right now, I'm already a real estate investor. I'm also a real estate broker. Is it possible for no money down? So syempre yes. But of course, hindi siya palagi. So hindi naman lahat ng property possible for no money down. Meron lang mga specific types of property. What makes it possible are really two things: leverage and negotiation. And so hindi naman ibig sabihin na no money down, walang bayad. Magbabayad pa rin tayo, babayaran pa rin natin. Pero hindi manggagaling sa atin. Manggagaling sa other people's money. And yung bank financing or maybe kahit even pag-ibig financing. And these two things, leverage and negotiation, they work together para maging possible. This particular condo was actually in Pasay. 74 square meters siya. Kitang-kita mo dyan yung Manila Bay sunset. So ang ginawa namin, kami nag-negotiate. Diba? So humingi kami ng lower price. Baka pwede mong babaan yung price ninyo kasi matagal nyo nang binibenta yan. Diba? Wala namang bumibili, hindi nyo naman ginagamit. Nagkasundo kami to buy it at 1.5 million. So nung kumuha kami ng financing from a bank, nakakuha kami, ang in-approve ng banko is 1.554 million. Hindi naman to talaga totally na wala kami nilabas. Kasi nung nag-negotiate kami, diba, during negotiation, nagbigay kami na earnest money, 15,000 pesos. Meron nang pumasok na pera, hindi mo pa nabebenta yung condos. So doon sa tanong, is it possible for no money down deal in real estate? Yan talaga, posible.
So that's it. So possible na pwede tayong magkaroon ng no money down if you, number one, in this example, if you'll be able to get a loan higher than the negotiated price, no? Use the property to unite and not to divide. And together, as a family, we can make things happen. Thank you, and God bless you all.